It is time for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Here's the phone number. I'll give it to you again. 1-800-252-1025. We also take your emails if you would like. lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.
John in Shelton, you're up next for the Life Coach.
Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm doing okay. Just doing what I got to do.
All right, and what do you have to do, my friend?
Hey, I got a call last night from my brother. He's a combat buddy, and he wants to off himself. He wants to check out.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm driving down to go see him now down in Oregon.
Is he armed?
Well, that's my number one concern. I think for the most part, I just want to make sure that he's safe and try and isolate him from any potential hazards.
Well, that's what I'm asking about. I don't know if you heard me. Does he have a weapon in the house?
Yes, I do believe it.
Yeah, almost all, a lot of veterans, most veterans have a gun in their house, and it's their right to have them, but not a cat that's thinking about killing themselves, because you take away, and I don't mean just a veteran, you take away anybody's ability to just shoot themselves in the head on a whim. Think, I should do it, Becky left me, my kids suck, that war was stupid, whatever it is. You know, all you have to do is pull the trigger and boom, you're dead. Drugs, other ways of killing yourself. There's time for you to change your mind. So the first thing you got to do, John, is get a gun out of this cat's house. How much do you believe he wants to kill himself?
This is a multiple episode individual.
Well, but do you think that's, if you don't show up, or even if you do show up, do you think this is a cry for help, or that he's actually intending to kill himself?
I think for the most part, he's got enough cry for help set on that. This guy, he could actually do it.
All right, now I believe that anything is, you should take it seriously, but I have, in my experience, people who are going to kill themselves do. They leave a note, but they do. They don't say, hey, I'm going to kill myself, and then give you plenty of time to drive all the way down to Portland to stop them. I don't think that you shouldn't take this seriously. You should. Have you been in touch with the VA?
I'm sorry, ask that question again?
I said, have you been in touch with the VA? They're supposed to help out.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a big vote of confidence for our VA there. Well, here's what you do, John. If this is your question, I believe it is, what do I do about my buddy? You go down there, you take him seriously, but if this is a cry for help, and I do believe it is, you should let him know that you're not willing to deal with him while he has a gun, and you need absolutely to take his weapon away from him, and voluntarily, because I don't like the way that sounds to a trained soldier. I'm going to take your weapon away. He needs to give it to you voluntarily, and once it's out, you just deal with it as much as you can. I think he needs to see a psychiatrist. I think he needs to get counseling. Hopefully things are getting better at the VA and maybe he can go there. But right now, the thing to do for sure is give him a shoulder to cry on. Disarm him. Let me say that again the right way. Have him voluntarily give up his gun and then be there for him. And that's 100% of the problem. I am sure of that. Just be there for him and listen. And here's the thing, because I do this all the time and I'm ashamed of myself when I do it. Somebody tells me a story and I say, oh yeah, let me tell you about me. It's something I do all the time. You're a veteran. Don't do that. Don't say, oh, if you think that's bad, we killed all these people, now I'm going to kill myself. Really, when I was in there, we did this. Don't do that. Listen to his story all the way through. And you know what? Be a good brother in arms, which you are, John. Thank you very much for the call.
Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, is what you're hearing, and he can help you if you make the call, 800-252-1025. You can be anonymous, you can lie about your name, and you can email if you need to, lifecoach@KZOK.com. Tyrone in Tacoma, you're on with Danny Bonaduce.
Hey, Tyrone.
What's up, Danny?
What's up, man?
Hey, this comedy business is getting to me, man. It's stressful. I don't know what to do. The younger comedians come to me for advice, and I give them advice, but it's a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, it is. So
hey,
what is your question for me?
Well, I feel like quitting sometimes. What do you do to motivate yourself in the entertainment business?
Well, I will tell you this. Do you do comedy for a living, or do you do something else for a living?
I do comedy for a living, but financially, when I'm trying to make some more funds to keep pushing. I do remodeling. And
you do remodeling.
Like,
well, that's what I always did because I just don't have any other skills besides some version of the entertainment business. After the Partridge Family, I thought it was going to be acting, and then it wasn't. And instead of being a guy that does anything else, I ended up being homeless, man. That was the one skill I had. And then somebody one day wanted to interview me, and I was in my 20s, man, about what was it like to grow up in front of the camera on the Partridge Family, and I stayed in that radio station for the next 25 years. So I don't really have anything else to do. But let me just get back to your question. I've done the thing I just said don't do. What you want to do all the time is work. I mean, they just do it all the time. Just stand up all the time. And when you don't want to go on the stage anymore, let me ask you this, Tyrone. Do you not, if you get a big laugh, is it still special and awesome?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm on automatic, but it still feels great, yeah.
Yeah, my answer to you is pretty much, and I said it to a guy called up, I think it was on the Life Coach last week, and I said, he was asking me a question about acting, and I said, here's the one thing, actors act all the time. Wherever you get a chance to act, take it. My advice to you is continue to do it until you get discovered, or you say, this is no longer for me. And you'll know, it won't be let me call Danny and decide. You'll say, that was an interesting time I had. Let me put it behind me. And right now I say, stay on stage. Give it another year of really trying hard. Get on as many nights, 3 times in the same night. Go to the Tacoma Comedy Club, then go to that place in Bellevue. Keep going and see if it doesn't break for you. Because it's a shame to waste. Because I remember you. I've met you, haven't I, Tyrone?
Yeah, we did one at the club before,
yeah, see, I think you're really funny, and I think it'd be a big mistake to give up. So hang in there, buddy, and thank you very much for calling.
800-252-1025. If you've got a question for the life coach, make that call, because any kind of question, Danny can help you.
I can.
Chris and SeaTac, you're up next.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's going on, Danny?
Just hanging in. What's up with you, man?
Hey, not much. So here's my question. My ex-wife and my mom are like buddy-buddy, right? They're like best friends. And
doesn't that suck, man? Doesn't that? You and your mom and the ex get together. That's awful.
Right?
Yep.
All right, so my current wife and I, we're both in agreement that it's kind of messed up that, they're buddy-buddy. But here's the problem. My ex-wife just took me back to court for more child support, and she's trying to, remove my visitation and all that stuff. I'm handling that side with the attorneys. Got that covered. But here's the thing is I asked my mom if she knew about it. She said, oh, yeah, I knew about it. And I said, you couldn't give me a heads up. You couldn't, let me know that this was happening. And she said, well, I'm staying out of it. And I tried to tell her, hey, just because you stay out of it and not say anything doesn't mean you're not helping. So how do I deal with that? Because I love my mom, but I kind of pissed at her.
Well, this begs the question, are you as mean as I am? Because I'll tell you what it costs for me. Oh, I just want to stay out of it? Well, stay out of the kid's next birthday, Mom. Stay out of the kid's graduation, Mom. It just won't be happening. You know what? Go to your best friend. I'm not inviting you any place you can't bring your best friend. And since your best friend is my ex-wife, you can't bring her anywhere. So I would start cutting down on the special times. And like I said, I am mean, but I expect it to go away really fast. The one time when she really has to pick, not you, but the kids, she'll pick the kids. So, because it's just not fair, man. The fights that's got to cause in your house, you need to absolutely let her know. And here's what I do with relationship calls too. My boyfriend, my wife hangs out with her ex, but they don't do anything. They're not cheating, so I don't know why I feel so bad, but I do. And I say, you know what? You got to tell. It makes me feel bad. That's all you need to know. So you got to stop doing it. It hurts your husband. You got to let her know this hurts you, Chris, and she's got to stop hurting. And I think she will choose that. I think you give her a chance before you turn on the super mean cards that I said. I think just let her know how bad it makes you feel that she hangs out with your ex. And if she insists on saying, we're not doing anything, it's just fine, then stop inviting her to birthday parties and graduations and stuff. And that's all grandma's deal. They deal with the kids. And that'll do it, Chris, I promise. Don't invite her to little Bobby's next birthday present, and she'll come around to your way of thinking. That's all the time we have. Thank you very much. That's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach today. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.